I stand before you today humbled and honored by the trust bestowed upon me by His Excellency, the President of Kenya, as I embark on this significant journey as the Deputy High Commissioner to London. This appointment is not just a personal milestone out of beacon of hope and unity for our vibrant diaspora community. As the first diaspora ambassador to hold such a post, I am acutely aware of the responsibilities that lie ahead. I extend my deepest gratitude to the President for this opportunity to serve our nation and to represent the aspiration of all Kenyans living abroad. To my fellow Kenyans in the diaspora, I appeal to you to support me fully in this new role. Your experience, your insight, contribution, and invaluables as we strive to forge a more united Kenyan community. Together we can build bridges that spans the distance between our homeland and the places we call home. My vision is very, very clear. Number one is to unite the people of Kenya in the diaspora, and also to make sure I will strengthen the bilateral cooperation between the United Kingdom and Kenya, particularly in the area of trade and economy. I stand on the cusp of a new era of prosperity, and it is through our collective efforts that we will unlock the full potential of our partners with the UK. Let us work hard in hand to create opportunities that benefit not only our current generation, but also lay a solid foundation for the future. Our unity is to strengthen, and in unity, we will achieve greatness. As we embark on this journey together, I am excited to announce several groundbreaking initiatives that will serve as the cornerstone of our mission to empower the Kenyan community in the UK at home. Number one, we are going to open up internship positions, internship opportunities at 45 Portland Place. So if your mother and your father, because I know sometimes because of immigration status, we find there is a generation we have been missing because our children cannot be able to have internships. I will be personally supervising to make sure a child of a mother born in the UK, whether they have status or not, they will have an opportunity to have internship, at least have an opportunity in an office, so that in future they can be able to put it in their CV. That is a very good thing in the name of the Lord. Also, I am going to bridge the gap between the second and the third generation. We find we are having issues with our second generation. Today, if I tell my son, go and invest back home, my son will wonder, what am I talking about? But people and our community, a time has come to carry our children along with us. See what is happening in West Africa. You can find that West Africa, their children are proud because of what is happening home. For instance, you can see what is happening in Kenya right now. Mothers and fathers, a time has come. Also, we change our talks. Let's promote our nation. Let's speak good about our nation. It doesn't matter the difficulties of our nation. We cannot feed our children with the negative, with the negative mind. If we want those children tomorrow, they go and invest home. You are working so hard, mothers and fathers. Imagine you are working so hard, but those children, and you are sending your money to Kenya. But remember, those children, because of what you have fed them, they have got no desire to go to Kenya. But I believe a time is coming. We are changing our stories. And next week, we are meeting, I told Janet, we are going to meet with some key community leaders at the grounds of Chelsea Football Club. I am looking for mentors who can mentor our children in sports. I am looking for mentors who can mentor our children in dances. I am looking for mentors who can mentor our children in accounts and all other careers, because we want them to tell them as much they succeed in this land, they must go and they promote our land, Kenya. Number two, which is very, very crucial. We have found with other societies, and I've shared this with some key leaders, other societies like Nigerians, and I thank God we have a member of parliament here, any other tribes and other nationalities like West Africa, you find them, they are working in government buildings. If you go to Lambeth, you'll be able to find 90% of the people working there are Nigerians. If you go to Southwark, 70% are working there are the Ghanaians. If you go to Southwark, you also find, and Lusham, you'll find that a lot of people are foreigners. But where are our Kenyans? It is okay. Our Kenyans, we know we are doing health and care. But I believe a time has come for us we can be able to upgrade ourselves. And this is what I've secured. And whatever I'm saying, it is not something I'm thinking of doing it. I am bringing 5 universities, starting with the Diaspora University, Open University, TICA University, and 2 other more universities. These universities, they are going to make sure we are going to take advantage of virtual learning. Meaning in the next 3 years, we are going to have the most Kenyan graduates in the UK, where we can find them in the offices taking positions in this land in the name of the Lord. I know Councillor is saying something, our mayor is saying something here. Also, as we get into politics, you need those papers to get to politics. But I urge you people of Kenya, my fellow Kenyans, for me to make it easier for you, because I understand sometimes your jobs that you cannot be able to go back to school. Yesterday, I am grateful to say, I've signed with Kenya Commercial Bank and Equity Bank. They are going to give us student finance for all Kenyans who are living in the diaspora. They are also going to give us, I wish you can clap better than that. Also, they are going to give us unsecured loans. Meaning that those people who are selling certified homes, those people who are also selling properties, now it is going to be easier for Kenyans who are working here to be able to be given a soft or unsecured loan to be able to buy those properties. Because for you to gather 10,000 pounds to buy a property, it is quite a journey. So that one, we have already done it. And I'm grateful to say, with the 2 banks, we are going to sign. Yesterday we were concluding signing for our credit agency, credit or bailiff or credit agency company, because we understand sometimes you can't default them. How can they be able to recoup their money? But I come to submit to you, if such an opportunity comes to you, please be faithful. If you are given money, be faithful. Put it back. Pay back so that money can go to someone else. Is that a good initiative? Can't you give a clap of funding for that? At the embassy, this one I've shared with the High Commissioner, we are going to have a 24 hours call service. Because days are gone. Days are gone that you call the number and no one is answering. And not only that, we will make sure the welfare, because there is a welfare desk. Anytime a Kenyan has an issue, the first person to be there is an ambassador. I don't know, is a representative of High Commission, because we are all Kenyans. Last but not the least, we have 3 roles. As an ambassador, I've got 3 roles. Number 1 is to promote Kenya. Meaning I will help Kenyans who are in business to make sure they are going to do their businesses without restrictions back home. Their businesses, I'm pushing for waivers. Their businesses, I'm pushing for tax exemptions to make sure they'll be able to excel and help our people. Number 2, the second one I know, the second role I have is representation. Is to make sure Kenyans are well represented. And I will make sure, whether it is at night, whether a Kenyan is on the wrong, no one will be able to scold him. A Kenyan is a Kenyan, and if a Kenyan has a need, we must go and rescue a Kenyan. We must go and deliver a Kenyan. We must go and help a Kenyan. We must go and secure a Kenyan. I want to say this. I was invited by the British High Commissioner in Nairobi. And I was shocked. One of the urge he was having is to see how Kenya is going to help a British soldier. I know you have heard that story. He killed a lady out of office hours. This guy, they were drinking and he killed the lady. And then I asked myself, if a high commissioner can be able to do this because of one person, how about us? And that's why I have renewed this covenant. A Kenyan is a Kenyan, and a Kenyan life matters. Whether a Kenyan is in a detention center or in prison, there are times where also we'll push for negotiation. We want our Kenyans, those who are in detention for a very long time, we want them to be out of that place. It is possible. Diplomatically, it is possible. It is possible. And the other one is progression as I come to an end. I know I'm coming to an end now. These people, they want to hear. Progression is very, very important. How are we going to progress? Diplomacy is anchored into 5 pillars. Number 1 is environmental, which is very important. You can see what is happening with climate change. And this is affecting our people. That's why we are having a lot of floods. So Kenyans in the diaspora, one of the progression I really want to push is to be supported, and also Kenyans who are here. Let us support our land, Kenya. If there is a tree planting exercise, let us all support, because if you don't support those people, I'll tell you, this issue of climate is destroying nations, and we cannot stand Kenya to be destroyed. Number 1 is peace. Peace is very important. Peace between the nation, bilateral peace, UK and Kenya. Number 3 is economy and trade. And that's why if you have a business idea, bring those businesses ideas. Again yesterday, through some of the representatives of Labour government, I am pushing how we are going to get like 2 million. 2 million that is going to be in the desk of a deputy ambassador. This 2 million is going to go to Kenyans who are doing businesses to make sure that whoever is trying to do a business here can be able to get a grant that can be able to support their businesses. And lastly, we have culture. That's why we said, Rosemary, we are here to support you. Because whatever you are doing is a culture thing. You must be supported. Our children must be supported. And the last one, which was added by the president, is diaspora diplomacy. Diaspora diplomacy is very, very important. Let us work together. Let us support one another. Let us make sure that we are going to cover one another. And finally, as I come to an end, and that's why while I was in Nairobi, I negotiated with the Chief Justice that we are going to have diaspora division, meaning those people who are having issues, legal issues, maybe because of your wills, because of your inheritance, because maybe you are buying the land and someone has duped your money. Now those cases they can be heard virtually, and you can be able to get your right and get your compensation without taking a plane going to Nairobi. So if you have an issue with a Kenyan bank, you have an issue with a Kenyan institution, you have an issue of Kenyan legal issues, please let us talk to one another, because a time has come, a new dawn has come. Somebody say, a new dawn has come. May God bless you. May God bless Kenya. May God bless us as we work together. Feel free. My number, those that want my number, 079, write that number, 079. You can reach me anytime. Anytime you have a need, call me. I will attend to you. Because you see, I could have not gotten this position if there were no diasporans.